Okay, I'm back. I'm in Daydreams. This is a current Amazon publication. Yes, I am doing much better. I had the flu during the last video, and it got worse before it got better. I ended up having to go back in and get on antibiotics and steroids and an inhaler, and it was not pretty. So anyway, much better. Thank you all for your prayers. We are still working on backgrounds, and this is another stencil, and you can see it kind of looks like wavy grass. So this would be good for a background with like a picture of a tiger or a lion or some safari sort of, wildlife picture. But I'm going to turn it this way and use it for water. So as you start collecting stencils, be sure that you think, how can I use this stencil outside the box? What can I do that's going to be different? All right, so what I'm going to do here is some green. Now these are the Gelatos again, and I'm just using these again because I've had people just request again, how do you use the Gelatos? You can use them wet. You can get them wet and use them kind of like a watercolor, kind of, sort of, but not. I picked up the wrong one. Okay, let's go back over to this one. But today I am going to just use this dry, putting lots of color out here. And I am going to pick it up on, let's pick it up on a makeup sponge. We'll just use one of these, and I'm just going to come in and pick up some color. And then I'm going to come in here and just start putting it down. Now, the thing you have to watch about a stencil like this is, look how there's little bits that can pop up. So be careful, or just don't be particular on if parts flip up and you get like a double exposure style look. So like I'm fine with that. Okay, I'm going to add some green and some blue. I'm going to come down here and just get some on. Okay, I'm going to move over here to this corner. I did not reload this time. You know, one thing I should do after having done that page and it overlapping onto the next page, I should always have a piece of paper that's larger behind what I'm working on. That's right. Okay, so now over here, just put some more on. And see, I'm not getting real particular. And the reason I've added a little bit of green to this is just to give it that bit of variety. Okay, and see how it's gone from a plain page to a page that looks like it's got movement. So even though some of these videos are going to be using some of the same supplies over and over, hopefully they're going to give you some different ideas, okay, on different things that you can use as far as your stencils or backgrounds or whatever. Okay, so that's why I'm doing a repeat on this particular product, meaning the Gelatos. Okay, so I'm just going to come in here, just kind of dab at it, rub it across there. Again, I'm not going for all over coverage. I'm going for something that looks like movement. Pick up your colors. I'm just rubbing every time I go off camera. I'm just rubbing across this, and it's sticking on here. And again, you can get these makeup sponges pretty cheap over at the Dollar Tree, which is like $1.25 tree now, $1.25 and up, since they've changed their pricing and stuff. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get across the top. So I'm going to hold over here and just kind of pull one way. Get some of it in the tips, some of it just in the middle. Not going to be overly conscious, just want to make sure I'm getting that background in. Now when you're going backwards, you may have to flip your book around so you're pulling in a direction that is comfortable for you. I'm just going to hold it here with my other hand and pull so that y'all can still see what I'm doing. Okay, and ta-da! I'm good with that. I really am. I really like that, in fact. I have not done dry brushing yet. I'm still trying to think how I'm going to get that to cooperate with painting, because with the books, because I don't generally paint in my books. Now, you can see nothing's going on with that. There is maybe a little bit there, so I'm going to leave this open, give it a chance to really dry. And I'm going to come over to another book. Worlds of Wonder, again, current book. And again, something with water. Now, see how the water's already going sideways here? So that's why I'm thinking it will lend itself really well to this one also. Put my piece of paper under the edge. And you can see I did get some blue on the edge there, so I'm really glad that paper was there. Yeah, these are just that thick of pages, so that's good. We're going to go at this again. I'm going to see if I left any color on there. And the good thing about a stencil like this is I can see where the picture is and where it's not. So I can go in between those little areas and not worry about actually getting on the drawing itself. Okay, pick up some more of this. Pick up some green with just a touch of blue. See how that turns out. Let's go down here because there's so much open area down here. And I don't want to spend my days and a whole night just coloring that in. Now, as I come over, because it stops blunt, I'm going to stop at different areas. This one I might take all the way over. This one I'm going to stop over here. That way when I lift it, it doesn't have just a straight line on where I've stopped. Okay? So that's a little hint there when you're having to move a stencil around. Okay, I'm going to put more color out on here. And see, that green is giving me just that bit of that tealy color in there instead of it just being the two shades of blue, which is really what I wanted. So, how many of you have got gelatos and never used them? How many of you have started using them now? How many of you are still unsure, but you're still watching the videos? You're still hanging out. Has this encouraged you to purchase some gelatos? Now see, I'm coming all the way over, and on this part, maybe I'll stay more over here. I'm not going and see it lifted. I can't worry about that. You just can't. So, but yeah, let me know how these videos are doing. Are they changing the way you look at backgrounds at all? Has anything changed in the way you did backgrounds, say, last month, and how you plan to do backgrounds next month, or how they're even changing this month? Is there any such difference? You know? All right, just a little bit more to finish this one off. Just a bit more color. And again, you can see how these backgrounds are done I mean, they are finished in a matter of seconds. And you can see right here, it is starting to tear up my makeup sponge. That's fine. I'm going to turn it around and use from the other end because I don't want to accidentally get those fibers stuck down in here and on the book. And when you put this on, really rub it into the page. Really put some pressure on there. That's how you're going to keep that on the page and not lifting and moving around. Okay, I need some right here in this central area. Right through here. And you can see this is moving all over the place. And like I said, you just got to be okay with it. Look and see where you need some, add some, and go from there. Alrighty. And yes, I will clean all of this up later. Okay, so that's another one. You can see how that is down in there. Okay, so there's that one. Let's see what other book. We'll leave that one open, let it dry. And yeah, I didn't leave. Let me pause you for a minute. Okay, here's another book, Magical Jungle. And it is a current Amazon product. Yes, I did color the outside of this with colored pencils. I've yet to seal it. I need to do a video on that for y'all. Okay, so here's a 2-page spread. Move my light over a bit. Whoops. Come on, back on. There we go. I don't know if I changed that. I guess, oh, sorry. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to turn it this way. We're just going to try it and see. You know, that's what I was saying. We need to try some things and see what's going on with it. I do need to grab that piece of paper that goes behind because, see, I have gotten a little bit on the edges. So don't forget to put that piece of paper behind there. I am not going to clean my stencil off. If a little bit of that blue goes on, I'm going to let it go on. I'm not going to worry about it. But this time, I am going to dig into my box of goodies, and I'm going to pull some greens. I'm even going to pull this distress crayon. And let's see, this green and this green. And what about just a smidge of brown? Would that maybe be good? I don't know if it would or not. We're going to see what that looks like. I should try it on something first, but so many of you have commented that you like how I just kind of go by the seat of my pants on this. I just kind of go with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. So that's what I'm going to be doing again today. We're just going with it. This is a light green. These, they're not quite the same as Gelatos, but they are distressed crayons. They're Jim Holtz. I actually think I don't like them as well as I do these Faber-Castell Gelatos. I think I like the real Gelatos better than the distressed inks. So anyway, there's some color on there. Let's just see what happens. Let's grab our makeup sponge again. And I'm just going to fold it in half. I'm going to start using this part. So I'm going to come in again, make sure this is going vertical this time because I want it to be grass. And I'm just going to pick up some color, start in the middle, and work my way over. And again, I'm not going to get every little piece. Okay? trying not to move that a whole lot, but it probably will. And you know what? Yep, we're going to be okay with it. That's right. So just from the bottom up, just pulling up those blades of color. And let's see what we've done. Oh, see, I like that. Now, I did get into the flowers here, and to be honest with you, I don't know if that erases or not, but if not, I'll go colored pencil over it. I do not have my erasers in here right now with me because I didn't plan on doing something where I needed an eraser. All right, I'm going to add some more color to my sheet, and we're going to go again. All right, seriously, want to know what you're thinking on this. Am I crawling up the wrong tree here trying to do these kinds of things, or is it interesting? You tell me. I do like the little bit of brown that's in there, so I went ahead and put brown on my palette, so to speak. Move this over so you can see this side now, as we're going to go again. Oh, do you see what I did? There's a hole in it, and that's where it put right there. So, gonna be figuring something out. Not sure what, but gonna figure something. Yeah, as I'm wiping, my brain is thinking, what do I do? What do I do? You know, there's always something. If nothing else, I draw a dragonfly over the top of it. You know, there's always a way to fix little goof ups here and there. Maybe not a dragonfly that close right there, but who says I can't trace that bird and put another bird right beside it? There we go. Now, let's look at that. While it's there and while it's wet. And I have some on my fingers that's wet. So I'm going to clear that off. Clear that off with this rag. And then we talked about, how well do they get when they're wet? So let's try something. We're going to move the book out of the way. Protect what I didn't mess up yet. As everything slides over there. Put some water down. And let's see what happens. Okay, so it did pull the paper up some, but it did lift the color. What if I do just a little? Yeah, see, I just don't like them as well wet as I do dry. But that does tell me that I'm going to try something with this, if I can keep from making a bigger mess. So you see how I tried that on paper first, not straight to my book. All right, clean spot on the rag and lift. As that dries, it should go back to regular color. There's another one right here. And lift. And there's one, whoops. I have so much stuff on this table, y'all. It's unreal what a mess I've got going on. Okay, now on that one I might put something. But anyway, you get the idea. Okay, so then I'm just going to do this page like I did the last one. And you've already seen that. I don't think you're going to gain anything from seeing me do it again, but I'm going to. What else are we going to be doing? Yeah, we're going to be doing some dry brushing yet. So Fern, don't give up on me on that. For some of the rest of you that have posted things, remind me what it is you wanted to see about backgrounds. Okay, I just knew there was quite a few questions about gelatos, and so that's why I wanted to hit on gelatos again today. But again, make sure your hands are clean as you're doing this so you don't make a mess like I did. And be okay with the little things that happen. As Bob Ross used to say, the happy accidents. You know, be okay with those. It's okay. Your page is not going to suffer because you accidentally got some color somewhere that you didn't plan to. It's just more character, okay? And I'm getting a few areas right now that are a little darker than others, just to kind of lend your eye, make your eye go towards that outside corner some. Okay, I have just a little bit left over here on my plastic. Pick it up and come over. There we go. So there's that. Okay, because that has a hole in it, I am going to throw that away this time and not use that again. But you can see now how that looks like grass at the bottom of that page, and I no longer feel the need to have to go in and color that page at all. I just feel like I'm fine with it. I'm going to put this underneath, and I'm going to wipe down my stencil, because you can see these gelatos are still wet. Because it's on plastic, it still comes off. You could, I can almost hear somebody asking, could I just color the plastic and then rub like that? You could. I don't know how much control you'll have, or if you'll be able to keep it just on the plastic while you're trying to color the plastic. And you can see I got some on there, but there's not much. Okay, so that's it. I will be back in a few days. I am going to let my voice rest for a bit. Keep getting it well. Yeah, it's just that cough. Wake up during the middle of the night just hacking. But other than that, feeling so much better. Of course, I did not see anybody except my husband and the doctor while I had this mess. And wouldn't you know, my daughter has it. No, I did not see my daughter. I saw my doctor. Yeah, and my daughter has it. So she probably picked it up from work or something. But anyway, that's it for this time. Clean your supplies as you go. Take care of things. You want to be able to use them over and over. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you in a few days. Bye.